New York, big city of dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.
RJ, your first preseason in the books, overall, taking a look at this body work over 4 games, what are your thoughts on where your game is right now?
I feel like, I've played well over the course of the preseason, and it was great for me, especially just being able to just, get up and down in NBA game, NBA settings, to be more prepared for the regular season.
What have you learned? And you're talking about preparation. What do you see?
It's a long game. Anything can happen. You could be up 20. It doesn't matter. So it's a long game. You gotta play hard all 48.
That's right. You're damn right. That's right, Young King. That's right. RJ is back. No,
Yes,
we
sir.
are back. This is RJ's first time here.
Yes.
But we, the Nigga Time Show, are back.
It was the 3rd season.
Yeah, season 3.
Yep.
Back in effect. This is your boy J.Ellis from the Nigga Time Show, giving you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. I can't even say the words right. I've been off so long. In front of me is the man, the myth, the legend, Young King with the stats and the facts.
Ryan G in the building. Glad to be back.
Mad excited, man. Haven't been here since Summer League with Terry. But you know what? It's still looking good. It was looking good in Summer League, and it's looking good now.
Yeah, even though the Knicks lost 3 out of 4 in the preseason, but it's still all good, though.
Yeah, I mean, we lost 2 out of 4, but I saw some glimpses of good stuff. I mean, I want to see a little bit more, but there are some bright spots.
Yeah, there's hope.
There is definitely hope. Definitely hope. And the number one hope I have right now is with my guy RJ.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
I'm a Knick.
That's right, him. We excited, goddammit, RJ. So listen, man. If you're tuning into Knicks Time Show, we talk all that Knicks talk, just Knicks time. We give you the Knicks news. We give you sometimes some little rumory stuff, and we give you some statistics and breakdowns as well, man. And it's been a long summer break.
Yes.
A lot of things has happened over the summer. Yo, Knicks Fan TV, we interviewed Alan Hahn, Chris Childs, a bunch of things over there. Edson, you see, notice he's not here, man. He's been doing videos.
He's blowing up.
Yeah, Edison's famous now.
Yeah.
That's why he's not here. We too small. He's doing videos with Redman. Redman jumped on this song. Wait for that to jump out.
Exactly.
Word. The cameraman is still here though, even though he's getting big too. Like, I mean, he's not big enough to not be here because he shot the video for Redman and stuff. So shout out to you, Chris, man.
Yes.
There's lots of changes going on, but we back here to give you that Knicks talk. The Knicks are in a good place right now. Cap flexibility, like we said before. Young, nice draft prospect in RJ Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Draft picks as well.
Yep.
And you know what? So you know what? We're gonna start off just giving our preseason breakdown. Talking about, you know what? All the players in preseason, pretty much. We're gonna break down RJ Barrett. We're gonna break down Julius Randle, what we saw, we didn't like, what we didn't like. But we'll start off with the Young King,
RJ Barrett.
Yes, RJ Barrett, man. So, what's going on, man? What did you think about RJ's performance this season? Or preseason?
In preseason. I mean, I'm impressed with what I see with him so far. Like, Summer League came off to a slow start. Then you saw as Summer League went on, he was starting to get a little bit. And then then when preseason came, it seemed like he pretty much understands the game pretty well. Like, he definitely has a good feel for the game.
Yeah.
You know, he's definitely a good passer, you know, better than I thought.
Way better.
Yeah, he can also score the rock. Obviously, we all knew that coming into the season and everything.
Gets the buckets.
Yes, sir. And he does a bit of everything, really. Like, he scores the basketball, he rebounds pretty well for his size at the guard position, passes pretty well. It seems like he's also smart enough to know when to cut to the basket, because I've seen him do some back cuts during the preseason games as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he catching his defender off guard and all that. So, I mean, overall, like, I pretty much you know, like what I'm seeing from RJ so far, and he's also showing effort on defense. I mean, he's not the greatest defender still, but he's showing effort.
Yo, he's been solid, man.
Yeah.
He's been solid. Here's my thing with RJ, dog. We just need to take the sheet, the scouting sheet. There was a scouting sheet that came out in the summer that said all the RJ strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
I think we should just take that scouting sheet and burn it, because none of that seems to apply right now. Maybe one or two things, but there's a bunch of things he did in his offseason, in his summer league, and in his preseason that people claimed he couldn't do.
Yeah.
And that's what was most impressive to me about RJ Barrett. First of all, like you said, you mentioned the passing. We had Spence over here earlier before, and he talked about his breakdown with RJ Barrett and with the pros and cons of his game. And one of the things he said was he can't really pass that well inside of the 3-point line, and I don't think that's true.
Yeah, it definitely looked different during preseason.
Yeah, because if you look at a bunch of these preseason games, you notice that he set up Mitch for a lot of lobs below the free throw line. There was a play in the last game versus was it the Pelicans? The Pelicans, the game that Zion was supposed to play when he got injured. Right?
Out the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, out the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
RJ, number 3 pick, looking good, healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, no shots. You know what I mean? No shots, but you know.
Season just started. We already throwing shots, and then on top of that, it's at the number 1 pick. Zion.
At the number 1 pick, I mean, we got number 3. I mean, I'm glad with number 3 right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, that's one of the things that I liked about RJ is his ability to pass and to be a point guard. He made passes above the 3-point line. He made passes through the pick and roll below the free throw line, and he even makes these one-handed, left-handed passes on the move. I saw Julius Randle passing the ball to the corner, and he immediately drived and whipped a pass with his left hand on the move, on target, to a player at the 3-point line on the wing like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, whoa, what is this? And this guy he's a natural playmaker with natural playmaking ability. That's one thing that I've noticed.
Yeah.
The second thing is the finishing around the basket, because in the scouting report, people were saying, yeah, he can't finish around the basket at a high clip. The only time he's really able to finish around the basket if there's a player who's just significantly shorter than him, and he just takes advantage. This guy's just been finishing over people left and right. It don't matter who it is. He's taking advantage, bully ball from the shooting guard position. I also saw Spencer. He posted like a sheet that had a comparison of his shooting percentages in college versus the 4 preseason games he's played so far. Granted, it's a small sample size, but the percentages have risen like 10% in the paint. That's something that they said he needs to work on. The finishing has been immaculate.
Yeah, like I don't know, like at Duke, like I did see an issue with his shot selection, but I didn't see that much of an issue during the season. I mean, during the preseason though. So I'm wondering, like, as if that's something that they worked on during like practice and things like that, and he's applying it to the game, or is that just him just adjusting to the NBA game and just knowing like what's a good shot and what's not a good shot and things like that?
Yeah, you wanted that too. Maybe it's like maybe it's because, you know what? It might be because he's just being asked to do a little less. You know, I mean, granted, he's the top 3 pick of the Knicks, but he's also a rookie.
Yeah.
We brought Julius Randle here. We have guards here. We have veterans here whose first duty is to take that offense onto their own shoulders and shoot the shot and create. He's kind of almost like a secondary guy doing it. So maybe it's just less pressure for him, creating offense as a secondary guy, not the first guy. Maybe that could be it.
True.
Especially got Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris never met a shot he didn't like.
Yeah.
That's my guy. I love what he's doing, but
Mr. Bully Ball right there, yo.
Yeah, Mr. Bully Ball pulled some up.
Yeah.
So, like you said, the shot selection, maybe that's why the shot selection is cleaned up so much.
Yeah.
So far, but I love it, man. I love the progression there, and like you said, the defense as well. The defense is picked up as well.
Yeah.
Better defended than advertised. Actually, no, I've seen some of that in Duke. But maybe it's because he's trying to make a statement and make his mark so far.
Yeah.
That he's concentrated on the defensive end and he hasn't really had those lapses like I've seen
in college.
Yeah. But overall, listen, man. RJ Barrett giving you 15.8 points so far in preseason. 46% from the field, dog. Come.
That's impressive, yo. That's better than some veterans on the Knicks right now.
I mean, look, listen, it's a 4-game stint.
Yeah.
But still, there was a game we shot 75%.
Yeah.
That last game, he went off. He was the best player on the team, I felt, in the last game versus the Pelicans.
Yeah.
It was like RJ, Randle, and everybody else.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, he has certain things to work on. You know, like the 3-point shooting still isn't, it's not there yet.
Of course, it's going to take time.
It's going to take some time. 33% from the field. I mean, it could be better, but it's not,
it's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, okay would be 35, sleek average, 33.
Yeah. I mean, I can live with 1 of 3 from a rookie, though.
I can live with that.
Yeah, from a rookie.
I can live with it. I definitely can live with it. So that plus the free throw percentage, we need to get that up to 66%. But overall, man, triple-double threat still, giving you 5.8 rebounds, just like in college. Still a big dude. 3.3 assists, not bad. Active on defense. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, all you gotta do right now is clap it up for the kid.
That's all you gotta do, right? That's it. All I got to say is, man, if you look at this team and you look at the RJ Barrett, you know what? The Knicks got ridiculed. They kind of got made fun of a little bit for getting the 3rd pick.
Yeah.
And we were kind of the laughing stock for getting the 3rd pick. Even though the Suns, who had the same odds as we did, fell into, the 5th or 6th pick.
Yeah, somewhere down
But no one cared about the Suns. We know what it is, though. Everybody loves make fun of New York.
Exactly.
So, they focused on the Knicks even though we had the same odds.
Yeah.
Whatever. Here's the thing. Now that we have RJ Barrett, there's a focus on this team, right? It's still just 4 games, but it's looking good. It's looking like this guy can be a staple here. He can possibly be a guy who can attract other people to the Mecca, and it's not just gonna be Knicks in name and fame, but Knicks and a player established in RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
And it looks like, I think when people start to smarten up and realize it's not all doom and gloom, that we have a good piece that's gonna go in the right direction.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
I'm pretty confident that he'll be able to take over the team.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that when RJ Barrett was coming out of high school, he was the top recruit. It wasn't Zion Williamson or anybody else. So that talent with RJ always been there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that he just got overshadowed at Duke because Zion was this huge sensation.
Nah, it's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now RJ has a stage where it's like, you know what, I'm going to prove why I was a top, high school prospect, going into college, and now I can show everybody that, I am the real deal.
Yeah, and he's delivering, man. And the coaches love him. Coaches playing him 39 minutes a game.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. You got other players on the team and he gets some more minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, Dotson's getting DNPs. Alonzo Trier missing whole games.
Yeah.
Going on Instagram, doing subtweets and sub memes. My man playing 39 minutes, but yeah, it is what it is, Fizz.
Yep.
We'll get to you. We'll get to you soon, Fizz.
Yeah, later.
later. But yeah, shout out to RJ Barrett, man.
Yo, I'm a Knick. What?
I've been kind of wary of you during the summer. I was kind of worried of some of your shortcomings, but I love being proved wrong so much, especially when they're in a Knicks uniform.
Exactly.
So I will wear this L proudly.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Take us to the promised land, man. Man. So you know what? We're going to talk about the rest of these new guys. We signed a lot of new guys this season. None bigger than the man, Julius Randle.
Yes.
And I don't have a sound effect for him.
It's coming though. It's coming though.
I was
Soon.
thinking about it. I didn't want to do Juju on the beat. I didn't want to do that. I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll think of something eventually. But Julius Randle came into camp in shape. He was on Instagram with his shirt off all day. 6, 7, 8-pack abs, more than I have.
Word.
Even though I did better this summer. Chains on his chest.
Yup.
Came to impress, man. What did you observe from Julius Randle this preseason?
Well, to me, I think the preseason games I saw, like, I think at the moment Julius Randle's trying to force it a bit too much, and I'm thinking that's because he sees him, because he knows that he's the highest paid player on the Knicks. I feel like maybe he has like an elevated sense of responsibility.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like at times he tries to force it too much. And I'm not really sure about him in the point forward role either, because, you know, the ball handling and the passing ain't really there like that. But overall, I like what I'm seeing from Julius Randle, you know, in the post. Like, he's aggressive. You know, definitely looks for a shot, which he should, because he's possibly the best player on the team right now.
I mean, we paying this guy, what, $63 million in over 3 years? Yeah, 2-year option. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, do that.
And I do like his presence in the post too. Like, he made a couple nice passes I've seen in the post where, like, somebody was cutting and he found that open player and got them an easy basket and things like that. Like, overall, I like what I'm seeing from Julius Randle. I just want him to, like, kind of slow down a bit. Don't feel like he has to force everything. You know, that's like the only thing that, you know, I can really say about Julius Randle at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with you. Here's the thing with Randle as well. This is gonna be his first complete year with the pressure of being the man.
Yeah.
He's had a sample of that when he's with the Pelicans, with Anthony Davis went down, and now he's the man. He has to carry the team. But now the franchise is like, all right, it's you. I know it's kind of RJ, but you're the veteran.
Yeah.
And it's you. And he's going to have to, you know, take on that responsibility. And you saw even during media day, he kind of talked about that. Like, he's gotten better every season, right? I think last year he averaged like 21 points.
Like 8 rebounds, I think, like about,
Yeah, 8 rebounds a game. I think it's shot around 52%.
Yeah.
Something like that. 3-point percentage went up as well to 35. Improved all around. But when he came to media day, what I was impressed with was his demeanor. And he talked about being a leader, and not just being a leader in name, but kind of just, you know, understanding everybody around him, understanding people's personalities, and just kind of leading by example, but also being empathetic to what other people are going through around him.
Yeah. And
that's what we're gonna need this year, because the way Scott Perry, Steve Mills set this team up is we're 2 to 3 deep in every position.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be guys that are disgruntled.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's already came out that somebody's disgruntled. You know what I'm saying?
And it's just preseason.
It's just only preseason. And I don't know who it is. I have a theory who it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple people.
There's a couple of theories. I don't know. ISO's been heavy in Instagram liking certain posts about playing time. So I have a theory about who it is, or you might too.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're going to need somebody who's that empathetic towards these players and who can actually lead by example and actually talk to these guys. So I'm glad that he was excited to be here. I'm glad that he's excited about Mitchell Robinson, because he talked about that during Media Day too, that he was excited to play with Mitchell Robinson. Yeah. And that Mitchell Robinson was just such a force. And I'm just glad that he seems like he's happy to be in MSG, because he came here around... He said he felt like he wanted to come here during the Kobe Bryant farewell tour. Yeah. And he came to here with the Lakers, and he felt the magic here. And ever since then, he knew he wanted to be a Knick. And I feel like he's going to carry that here. And I'm glad that we have a guy that's not quite a big all-star, but hopefully a budding one. You know what I mean?
I mean, he has a great chance to make the All-Star team this year, because, I mean, he's going to be the main guy in the Knicks, so...
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to be the main guy in the Knicks. But while he's here, he's gonna have to do some learning, like you said.
Yeah.
So far this season, he's averaged 16.3 points, 43% shooting, not his usual high percentage. But you know what? I think is 43.8% from three though.
That's impressive. I wasn't expecting that.
Right. Clap it up for that.
Yeah.
I don't expect that to stay that high. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. If he shoots 43% from three for the season,
then Buddy Hield who? What? We don't need that. What? I don't even know if we're gonna talk about Buddy Hield today. Depending on the time, we might.
Yeah.
We might talk about Buddy Hield rumors. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. But yeah, like you said, I like that he is aggressive in the post, and that's really where his bread and butter is.
Yeah.
If you look at his shot chart, because I've been looking at shot charts all day today, red represents elite. If you look at Julius Randle's shot chart, all the middle of the court is all red. It's like somebody just picked up a paintbrush and just like just lit that joint up.
Yeah.
So he's gonna give you those points in the paint, but he has to work on passing out the double team, like you said.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that will have to do with the lineups in Fizz, because I do feel like if there's proper spacing, if there's guys that can shoot around him, or even guys who can kind of move out the ball, then there'll be more opportunity for him to, make those correct passes out to double teams. Because he's averaging 3.5 turnovers a game so far, and it's been a little
forcing the issue a bit too much.
Yeah. And hopefully he can clean that up. But like you said, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. Fizz, he should look at some of the plays the Pelicans ran for him. I know Fizz said he's looking to do some pick and roll with him. Yeah. Like have him run the pick and roll, have him run the offense a little bit. And
you mean with the ball in his hands?
With the ball in his hands, yeah. And you've seen him trying to do it. It hasn't been.
It hasn't been looking pretty.
It hasn't been looking pretty all the time.
Yeah.
Certain times, the first game he had like 7 assists. The first game versus the Wizards, so he had some successful stints. Yeah. He had some nice assists to R.J. Barrett too, but I think he can do it. Maybe not at the rate that they want him to. But
at times, we have to pick spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when he was with the Pelicans, I read something that said when he was with the Pelicans, they used to do a thing where he ran the offense and they just had shooters around him. Yeah. And then he was just able to kick it out to shooters while he ran the offense. So, granted, they haven't done that in long stints, but I wonder if the Knicks can do that here sometimes. It's an option. We have shooters now. Yeah. Even though we haven't really been shooting that well from three this season, we're putting them up.
Yeah, definitely putting them up. Yeah.
But I wonder if the Knicks can look into that and see if that part of his game can grow. Yeah. But eventually I want the ball out of his hands a little bit more. And I want Fizz to drop some more sets. Yeah. But I like what I've seen from Randle so far.
Yeah, most definitely.
But this brings me to this other dude this man, I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of impressive. He's been impressive. Marcus Morris. Yeah.
Oh, man.
The dog, Marcus Morris.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I just thought of I just too late, though. I just thought of something for Marcus Morris for like a little sound effect.
Oh.
It's too late, though.
Yeah, next episode.
Next episode, we'll have it. But what are you seeing from Marcus Morris so far, man?
First of all, I like the statement he made first preseason game when that dude Justin Anderson, I think that's his name, that was guarding him. And he was getting kind of frustrated, Marcus Morris, and he just banged the ball up on his head.
Yeah.
I like that first message he sent.
Oh yeah, man, I like that.
Yeah, letting people know like this ain't the same baby Knicks that you've been facing these past few seasons.
Oh hell no, it's ain't nothing sweet over here, man. You're gonna catch this.
Exactly.
Yeah, why is this dude always fighting in preseason? I don't understand.
It's not even just him. It's his twin brother, too. Like,
it's in the blood.
Exactly. Like, I don't know what it is, man. They just like confrontation during preseason.
Yeah, man. But you got to admire the tone that's being set.
Yeah.
The Knicks aren't going to take no stuff this season, man. And I like it because people come over here and think it's sweet. They think it's a conga line to the basket. They're going to go in the trash. No, not this season.
Not this season at all. But besides that, though, like I like what I've been seeing from Marcus Morris. Like he's definitely he's definitely showcased he can score the ball, which is definitely a big plus because we need guys that can score.
Right.
Good 3-point shooter. He looks like he's also pretty good in the mid range.
Yeah, and so far, like, he's been shooting this preseason, shot 17 points per game so far, 52% from the field, 50% from three.
I mean, we're not expecting him to shoot 50% from three, but
hell nah.
I mean, if he can at least shoot a decent like 40% for the season, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I mean, on average, he's shooting 37% from three, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
50, that's crazy. 50%. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like, bring that same energy into the regular season.
Hell
you know
yeah,
what I'm
bring
saying?
that same energy, Eric. Come on, we need that. That's why you are here.
Exactly. And then, of course, defensively, he's always solid. Like, I don't really see any deficiencies with him on defense. Like, he just seems like an overall, like, solid player, which is something that the Knicks need.
Oh, no, he's going to give it to you in the defensive end. That's one thing I noticed in preseason. And even in open practice, because I went to the open practice game, I wish I could have put the footage up on YouTube channel. I really did try, guys. I really did, but my phone is stupid. Anyway, he kind of shut down Randle a little bit during the open season. I mean, the open practice, because that boy's post defense is tough, man. He's no joke. Yeah. So he's gonna bring some toughness to the season, to that starting lineup. I kind of expect him to start. Yeah. The way he's been playing, even though I do have I have a few worries
about him starting.
Yes. Not a few, just one. I just need him to tweak some things. Because as good as he's been offensively and defensively, it's been a little bit too much ISO for me.
I think that's a Knicks problem.
Yeah, it's kind of like remnants of Melo thing. And you can kind of blame Morris or the coach or both, depending on how you look at things. Yeah. I think he needs to kind of move the ball a little bit more. And when you have Marcus Morris paired with Julius Randle, it kind of causes a little bit of problems because both of those guys like to post. Yeah. And then when both of those guys like to post, it kind of looks like a taking turn thing happening. And then when really from this point, you kind of need somebody to kind of move without the ball. Yeah. The last game of the season when the Knicks played the Pelicans and when Ellington started and RJ Barrett was in the lineup and there was no Marcus Morris because, Fizz chose to sit him down. Yeah. You notice that RJ kind of got off a little bit more because, he's able to touch the ball. And you also notice that the movement was a lot more fluid. And that's because the spacing, I feel like, was a little bit better because RJ's going to cut off the ball and not just wait for the post-ups. And it just seemed like it worked a little better, even though Morris is just good. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's something for Fizz to think about when it comes to spacing and lineups. As good as Marcus is doing, as much as it scares me that he's only here for a season and he could possibly be trade bait come February.
Well, depending on how the Knicks are doing.
Depending on Knicks do. If the Knicks are in the playoff hunt, he'll probably stay. Yeah. And if not,
trade bait.
Trade bait. But with all that being said, I like what he's doing so far this season. I just wish he would move the ball a little bit more, or even move off the ball sometimes. And it would help the continuity. Yeah. And even Fizz said it at the end of the season that he wants the ball to move a little bit more and that the ball is sticking a little bit too much. Yeah. Marcus Morris, I like what you're doing. Dog for the Knicks. Move the ball though. We traded Melo years ago. You know what I mean?
Don't need a second Melo.
We don't need a second Melo. Even though I think he's come here to prove a point because he said even in some interview that, I feel like I can do more. I was with the Celtics and I felt like, I have to dim my game a little bit more.
Yeah, obvious reasons.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. I feel like he do more and I feel like he's showing that he can, but pick your spots more. Yeah. I can see him averaging more points this season.
Yeah, of course.
Probably he's gonna be battling RJ for our second leading scorer, I think. Yeah. But yeah, that brings us to somebody else who came to this lineup. Our guy. Bobby Portis.
Oh man. Chicago Bulls days.
Chicago Bulls legend. Listen, man, I still believe that Mirotic deserved it.
That's why he's playing in Barcelona right now.
That's saying he's playing because that's why, man.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here, dog. Like, all the way to Barcelona.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bobby Portis. Bobby, he kind of started off kind of not playing because he was injured, and he came in a little later.
Yeah.
What have you seen from Bobby, Ryan? Likes, dislikes?
Well, I mean, one like is that he's definitely an offensive weapon.
Yes.
I mean, dude came off the bench with just dropping buckets.
Yeah, man, some pretty ones too.
Yeah, and he seems to be a decent 3-point shooter. Seems like he got some post moves as well. I see him do like a couple post moves where post up his man and then do a spin move into the middle of the paint and drop like little hook shots and things like that.
Oh yeah, that drive left spin right move.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much on point. He was taking some rookie to school, man. He pulled that thing off twice in a row.
Yeah. So I mean, offensively, I like what I'm seeing from Bobby Portis. Defensively, he's pretty decent. I mean, he shows effort on defense, which is what I like. I like players that even if they're not great defenders, they at least try.
Yeah.
Which is what he does. He tries. So
he tries. He doesn't.
He's not great, but he tries, and trying it right now is enough for me. Just try.
Yeah, definitely. And Fizz has been like giving him the minutes. He's played like 28 minutes a game so far, and like you said, he tries. I wish that he processed information a little quicker.
Yeah.
As far as reading what's happening in the defensive end, but he does try, and I feel like it's there because the Atlantic game when the Knicks played Atlanta, he wasn't that good at defense the whole game, but when it was time to make that comeback, he was part of the team who was spearheading that comeback, and it was like, I think it was with him, Frank. I forgot the lineup. I think it was Portis, Frank, RJ. It's escaping me right now.
Yeah, I would have to go back to that.
It's escaping me right now. Yeah. But it seemed like he locked in on defense, and the way he was getting burnt before, he wasn't getting burnt in that quarter, or at least in that segment. Maybe that could be coaching as well. They decided, we're gonna switch things up. We're gonna trap the pick and roll because Trae Young is not gonna burn us every single time down the road right now. But I like what I see from him thus far, like you said, offensively, and hopefully he can kind of keep that up. I know he's kind of lost weight, so he can get better defensively, and I hope him and Julius Randle kind of work together, because I did notice Julius Randle has gotten better defensively.
Yeah. I mean, it still needs a bit of work too, but he's gotten better,
Yeah, he's actually getting blocks and steals a game. I don't even think he's done that really. I feel like the last 2 or 3 games he had a block and a steal.
Yeah.
So take heed from Julius Randle, and improve. But I like what I'm seeing from Bobby Portis. I'm not sure if he's gonna be a starting center though.
I mean, at this moment, I'd rather him coming off the bench. Because it seems like, first of all, he says that he's comfortable coming off the bench. So
right.
I like hearing that. So you already know if Fizz hasn't come off the bench, he's not gonna complain.
No problems.
Exactly. And number 2, like, I feel like he could be one of those players off the bench where if you need offensive pop, he's gonna give you that offensive pop, because he's not scared to throw up shots. He's throwing them up.
Nah, he's not, man. He's shooting 50% from the field. The only thing is he came in as a 40% 3-point shooter as a big man. So far, he's only giving us 20%, which is pretty sad.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, he was injured.
Yeah.
Before he started playing, so it might take him a little bit while to rev up, just like Desmond Jr.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll get back to his form, because his 3-point shot has fallen at a higher clip every season so far since he's been in the league. So I fully expect that number to go up.
Yeah.
Also, the thing with Portis is it's his team in general. The team so far right now, we have pieces.
Yeah.
But how well do they fit together? still some figuring out to do.
Yeah.
And even though there's some useful pieces here, I'm not sure everything fits perfectly. Case in point, Mitchell Robinson, right? Center, defensive guy. He was in the starting lineup at first. Kind of caused some spacing issues.
Yeah.
Which probably contributed to Julius Randle turning the ball over a lot. Portis, on the other hand, gives you a little bit of spacing. The offense might run a little bit better because, Randle has more time to operate. Also, Portis actually moves pretty well without the ball. I've seen him make this nice little dive cut from the top of the key a few times for easy dunks.
Yeah.
So, the basketball IQ is there on offensive end. So I feel like, offensively he fits in with the starting lineup a lot better, but defensively, you still kind of like what Mitch can bring.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a situation where it's like, I don't know how the lineup is going to be to start the season, but like, say for example, you do start Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle together in the front court. It could be one of those situations where it's like, Bobby Portis coming off the bench, he replaces one of those guys. So
right.
Then like with that second unit, you'll have the spacing that you need, at least on the offensive end, to have the offense run better.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I mean, that might be the way to go. That definitely might be the way to go. But there also might be another way to go that we ain't talking about, and that's Taj Gibson, man.
Yeah.
Because listen, like we said, it's only preseason, right?
Yeah.
It's only preseason. But listen, dog, like Taj Gibson, I think he had like a calf issue or something, so they sat him down. But he's kind of been overperforming a little bit.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
Yeah, he kind of looked around and was like, okay, how many big men? Okay, I'm going to sit down. No, I'm not sitting down. Listen, I'm from Brooklyn, dog. I'm from New York. You're not sitting me down. Give me my damn minutes. I know my guy is Haitian here, and he kind of works with all the Caribbean folk. Bobby Portis is Haitian, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Sorry if I say all y'all. All right, so I know that, but I'm from Fort Greene, dog. Like, y'all not going to sit me in my hometown.
Exactly.
I feel like he came in with that mentality because I think he's like, I think he's a +2 so far. I think he might be the only one in the positives so far, a ± on the Knicks. I have to double check that. But he's been doing pretty well. 15 minutes, averaging 10 points. And let's see, 10 points, 5 rebounds. But what's been surprising is the three-point shooting.
Yeah, 3-point shooting, yup.
It's like, yo, who is this kid?
For real, yo. I was like, what? I forgot what game it was. I think it was against the Wizards. Dude had a heat check, and I was like,
yeah.
I was like, word, Taj Gibson. That's how you moving.
That's how I'm moving out these days, man. Y'all not just gonna put me out to pass and act like I'm a throwaway. I feel like he heard all these critics coming from before. So, oh, Taj Gibson, yeah, he's coming off the bench. Nah, 60% from the 3-point field this season so far, preseason.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only preseason.
Yeah.
Don't want to overreact. But so far, he's out shooting Bobby Portis.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know, this guy's he plays defense.
Yeah, he's always had that mentality. Always.
And the thing, he's a better defender than Portis is, like by far.
Yeah.
And if he's giving you 62% from the field, 60% from 3, and plays defense.
It's kind of tough right there. Actually, it's not really a tough decision, actually.
No, it's not. Because here's the thing. If you're going by who's outplaying who in preseason, Taj Gibson wins. Point blank, period.
True.
He does. Now, numbers can be deceptive because he's only played 15 minutes a game so far. So, when the minutes get longer, usually the numbers go dip.
Yeah.
But you got to experiment to see if you can keep this up. You got to see.
Exactly. If he's coming into the season high, you got to give him at least some minutes to see if he's still got this, this heat, he's on fire thing going on still.
Right. Now, I don't know what the politics of everything is right now, because with basketball is politics, because it's not NBA 2K. They signed these guys like the day of free agency, and they told Bobby Portis he would be the backup. I don't know what they told Taj, because that wasn't released to the news. But if they told Bobby Portis gonna be the backup and then Taj beats him,
Yeah, there might be some issues.
I don't know who. Bobby Portis might be the next Enes Kanter. I don't know. I don't know. Bobby Portis might be the next Enes Kanter. Complaining about his minutes coming off the bench. Side note, Enes Kanter came off the bench for the Celtics in the preseason game, and he's probably pissed now still. I don't know. Yes.
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, that was a shot.
Yeah.
Season opener Knicks versus Celtics. We will be there. I'm there. Definitely. I'm there.
Yeah. We'll be seeing you soon, Kanter.
We'll be seeing you soon, Kanter. Trust me. Give you that word. Julius Randle's going to see you too. Because Julius Randle dropped 45 on your head.
Exactly.
Remember that.
Hope you drop another 40.
Word. And Frank Ntilikina shut down Kemba Walker. Remember that too.
Oh, yeah.
But that's another story.
Yeah.
We'll get to Frank. We'll get to people Frank later. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like what Taj Gibson gave us so far. Hopefully keep that up. Hopefully he heals up. I think he has a sore calf right now. Mm-hmm. And when he gets back, we'll be back to full strength and possibly seeing Bobby Portis on the bench.
Yeah, so Bobby Portis knows what's smart for him. You better take advantage of this opportunity now while Taj Gibson is hurt.
Oh man, it's healing.
Because if you don't shot and then Taj Gibson comes back and Taj Gibson is still on fire from 3-point range. And
yeah, man. I don't know.
It's going to be tough.
I don't know. He might be in a trade for Buddy Hield. I don't know. All right. Next guy. You know what? I was going to go here first, but I realized let's talk about somebody we talked about earlier that I don't think we talked about enough. Mm-hmm. Wayne Ellington. All right.
Yeah, former Knick and came back.
Yeah, exactly. Former Knick. He was a Knick on paper if you didn't know, but he got traded. Was it Phil Jackson?
Yeah, I think it was during the Phil Jackson era. Yeah.
I think it was during the Phil Jackson era. We traded for him and cut him immediately.
Yep.
Wayne Ellington is a 3-point sniper. Yep. Ryan, what have you seen from Wayne Ellington, man?
Basically what he is, a 3-point sniper.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we need snipers.
Yeah.
That was a gunshot. We need a sniper. Pew!
Exactly. I mean, he's pretty much providing what I thought that he would provide. Shooting from 3-point range.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think I seen him make like a couple good passes too during the preseason also.
Yeah, I seen him make a few good passes too. I was like, okay, he got a little passing stint to his game. But I'm gonna say something about Wayne Ellington. It's weird seeing a Knicks player who can shoot threes that fast, that effectively. It's weird. We don't usually have that happen. I'm usually seeing that happen to us.
Yeah.
So when somebody else is doing it and he's like, wait, his uniform is blue and orange? That's our guy. Okay. Yeah. It's weird.
Like we haven't had that since Steve Novak and those guys when they used to be on the Knicks.
Yeah, exactly. And that was a while ago.
Yeah.
And that's when he was good. I think that's why Perry got him here. And why he's kind of fighting for the backup 2-guard spot. Maybe he's even starting Cook. I don't know if starting.
I don't know about starting, but
no, he's not start RJ.
Yeah.
My bad. Hold on.
Yeah. if Wayne Ellington starts over RJ Barrett to start the season, I'm gonna be like, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That was perfect.
Got you, man. Got you. We punching coaches. That's
word.
Oh man, but yeah. So last season he averaged 12 points a game. Mm-hmm. Damn, I had the Wayne Ellington stats written down somewhere. I think he averaged 12 points a game and shot 38% from 3. But the thing is with this guy is, I've been looking at shot charts all day, right? Mm-hmm. And Wayne Ellington is one of those guys, when you look at his shot charts behind the 3-point line, there's a lot of red. I'll just say that. There's a lot of red, especially on the right side of the floor. And for those guys who don't know what I'm talking about, the red represents above average shooting areas. And I'm looking for these stats right now. That's why I went to AustinClemens.com. Shout out to AustinClemens.com.
Plug.
Yes, the plug. Yeah. On that little right elbow side of the floor, he had 105 shots, shot 39% from there. Pretty damn good, right? And even from that corner three, where the Knicks were last in hitting corner threes last season, damn near last in hitting 3-point shots last season. That corner three, he made 52 shots last year, 44% from the field. Woo! Yeah, sniper. I wish I had a sniper sound. But I was support.
Matter of fact, maybe that's a sound effect right there. Sniper sound, something like
that might be
something like that.
Yeah. Tune in next week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean he and the thing with him too is the release is so quick that he doesn't give defenses time to react, and that's why he's here. And I'm hoping that what Wayne Ellington does rubs off on other guys like Dotson and Trier and those guys, because I feel like even I'm not sure what minutes he get, but he can be a nice situational player.
Yeah.
Definitely an end of the game guy, or definitely a guy who's just there when we're in a rut to kind of give us a shot in the arm.
Yeah, like we need some shooting. Just put him into the game to inject some 3-point shooting into the team.
Exactly, and he puts him up too, because we were also there at the bottom of the league and putting him up, and he puts up like 7 a game. That lets you know like the speed in which he puts it up, and we need more of that.
Yeah.
So I mean, the down thing. Here's the thing with Wayne Ellington though. When he was with Miami, he lost his starting spot when he got injured, and he never got it back. And it was mostly because of the defense. He's not a good defender, and he's a little bit of a liability. And hopefully we have some good team defense here, and we're able to make that up.
Yeah.
But also hopefully I see some guys like Dotson kind of learn from him and be able to kind of replicate what he does and play defense at the same time. Because Wayne Ellington, as good as he is, he's 31, 32.
Yeah, getting up there in age.
He's getting up there. You want to have young guys around. But you know what? If we're a championship team, maybe he's good to keep around long term. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Wayne Ellington.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. That's all I really have for Wayne.
Yeah, pretty much. 3-point sniper, that's it.
3-point sniper, that's it. 3-point sniper, that's it. And when he's not in the 3, that's when things get a little weird.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really
defend or do anything else really well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Much needed 3-point shooting though. But this also brings me to somebody else that we brought in. Knicks fans hate this guy already. This is like Moody. This is like the new Moody. And when I say the new Moody, I don't mean in the terms of the way he's playing. Because Moody is a guy who shoots first.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Elfrid Payton, if you didn't know. Elfrid Payton. Elfrid Payton has become the new Moody in the eyes of Knicks fans.
Yeah, he gets no love.
No love. Because I'll just say this. A lot of what Elfrid Payton does is not scoring. It's more of a floor general thing. He's a floor general. When he's with the Pelicans, if you look at the highest 3-man team on the Pelicans, it was Elfrid Payton was on that team. I think it was Payton, Julius Randle, and Anthony Davis were like the top trio on that team, period. Wait, what did I say? Did I say Julius Randle? No, right?
No, you said Payton, Randle, and Anthony Davis in reference to the Pelicans. Like, I guess you could say like the top.
I'm sorry, Drew Holiday. I meant to say Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday, all right.
I meant to say
all
Payton, Drew Holiday, and Anthony Davis was the highest scoring trio on that team, point blank, period.
So wait, how many points was Payton averaging in that trio Because, I mean, the bulk must have came from Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday.
He wasn't scoring that many points. He averaged 10, like I think around 10 points a game, 7 assists, 43% from the field. I think 32% from 3. I'm going off the top of my head.
If he's shooting 32% from 3, that's a shock to me. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not good. It's
yeah, but I'm just saying that his jumper is kind of
I feel you, but it's like the stats of him on and off the floor, right? Matter of fact, as far as 3-man lineups, they had the top 3-man lineup in the NBA. Not even just on Pelicans.
Oh.
Yeah, so they beat out Lowry, Green, and Leonard. They beat out Curry, Durant, and Green. They beat out Westbrook, George. They beat out and Adams. They had the top 3-man lineup in the NBA.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. And on top of that, I'm saying it to say a point, because a lot of this stuff he does is not predicated to the stat sheet. And this is an example of that. Also, another stat is when Elfrid Payton sees 20 plus minutes, the Pelicans scored 121 points a game, right? That, when he doesn't, they score 114 points a game. When he's on the floor, they shoot 52% from the field. When he's off, they shoot 47% from the field. Like, the steals go up, the turnovers go down. He's just a floor general. Yeah. And even on the defensive end with the Pelicans, he kind of points people in the right direction, kind of like what Jared did when he was here. Like, go here, go here. He's a guy who just directs traffic, and that's what he does. And it seems like I've read certain things that said even the players on the Knicks kind of like the way he plays. So here's the thing, though. When it comes to preseason and the games I saw, he did okay. He didn't do. I don't even think he did okay. Like, it just seemed like he was a floor general. Yes, the shooting was below average to me.
Yeah.
The defense was very wishy-washy.
Yeah, iffy. Yeah.
Like, he would do things like fight over the screen, but not put a hand up for 3.
Yeah.
He would get a steal in the block, and then fall asleep. So it was very up and down.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the point guard battle in general, I'm not sure where Fizz is going, but I don't know if it should be Payton. If I'm going by what I've seen,
I already know the answer to that question.
If I'm going by what I've seen in preseason, I'm not picking Payton. I don't know what they're seeing in practice.
He's coming off the bench for me too, yeah.
He's coming off the bench for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He's coming off the bench for you. So what, I mean, I guess, you know what? This is turning into I
guess the point guard conversation.
The point guard conversation, right?
Yeah.
So, as far as you, who would you pick to be the point guard to start?
In my opinion, like, no point guard has really stood out to me the most. You know, it's kind of like they're almost on like an even plane almost, because Dennis Smith Jr. is just coming back from an injury, and Dennis Smith Jr. still seems like he has a bit of rust in his game right now.
Oh yeah.
Frank did perform well in Game 3 against the Hawks. I'll give him that. Like that, I think there was this one defensive play he made on the Hawks which I loved.
You talking about the block?
Besides the block.
Okay.
It's more defensive rotation, because I don't see nobody else on the Knicks doing this.
No.
Because even though Atlanta ended up shooting the 3 and making it over him, on one play I seen this dude rotate to 3 different Atlanta Hawks on one possession. Man. On one possession. And it wasn't even like he was running around like a headless chicken. Like, they were the right rotations too.
That's the thing with Frank, man. He's always been above average when it comes to his defensive IQ. Like, a lot of times he doesn't make stupid fouls. He understands time clock situations, and he also understands where to rotate all the time.
Yeah.
Man. So I like what I see from defense from Frank, man.
Yeah, and passing too. Like, to me, like, what I've seen in the preseason from Frank, like, passing wise, I like what I've seen passing too. Like, he does make pretty decent passes. Like, I still hate the fact that sometimes he'll drive to the basket and then he'll pass it back out instead of trying to force his way to the basket and try to create something.
Right.
But besides that, like, I like what I see from Frank, and if I have to be honest right now,
be honest, man.
based on performance, Frank would be my first point guard off the bench. I would still start Dennis Smith Jr. because talent-wise, he trumps both Frank and Payton.
Right.
But Frank would be my first point guard off the bench at the moment because I didn't really like what I saw from Payton in the preseason, and Frank at least showing me that defensively he's going to bring it. And when it comes to, like, you know, being a floor general and passing the ball and things like that, keeping the ball moving, like, he'll do a pretty good job at it. I just want him to be more consistent at driving to the basket, finishing at the basket, and have more confidence in his jumper. Even though at points throughout the preseason, I did see him put up shots and things like that. So
yeah, man. Like, here's a stat. I'm gonna give you a stat right now, Frank. Let's see. During the preseason, Frank Ntilikina posted the best defensive rating on the team. Big surprise. No, not really.
Yeah.
The Knicks allowed just 85.8 points per 100 possessions with Ntilikina on the floor.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a crazy low. That's insanely
crazy.
low.
Yeah.
Like, insanely low.
Yeah.
Especially considering how, you know, NBA teams average right now around 110 points a game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
right
crazy.
there.
In contrast, NY allowed 112.9 points per 100 possession with Elfrid Payton on the floor.
Yikes.
Oh. Yeah, so I don't know. So to me, I don't know what politics is involved or not, because when Perry and those guys went up there to talk to Payton, and they told him he has a chance to start.
Mm-hmm.
I seen some news reports saying that they promised him the starting position. I don't think that's the case. I think that's fake news.
Yeah, that gotta be fake news.
Yeah, I don't really believe that.
And even if it's not fake news, I'd be turning my back on that news right now and being like, based on what I've seen in preseason, you don't deserve that starting position, to be honest.
Yeah, but yeah. I agree with you. Like, all politics aside, I think Frank should bare minimum be the first point guard off the bench.
Yeah.
But with the politics involved and him, I'm not sure if that's going to happen. And here's the thing too, like, even though I do feel like as of today, even with Elfrid Payton's shortcomings, he still might be able to set up people better than Frank can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Frank can't get there. Like, to me, that's going to be one of the other parts of his game that can get there quick.
Yeah.
Long term, Frank defensively will be better than Elfrid Payton.
Yeah, easily.
Easy,
yeah.
So when you think about, the deadline coming up, because the Knicks have until October 31st to pick up Frank Ntilikina's option, which is $6.3 million.
Yeah.
And if they do not pick up his option, he will be an unrestricted free agent next season. So it's going to be a few days. Like, when you think about that, and you think about, okay, Elfrid Payton is costing us what, like 14? I think
what
14.
Was it like? It's a 1 year deal, right?
1 year deal, 14 versus Frank Ntilikina, who's going to cost you
$6.3 million.
Yeah, as a to me, it just makes sense to re-up.
Mm-hmm.
Re-up, keep him long term, keep developing him, and then see what happens, and see if we can kind of build on that defensive side and build on FIBA Frank.
Yeah. To me, the only issue with Frank is offense, man. He just needs more confidence on offense. That's all that is with Frank. If he can get more confidence on offense, along with his defense, easily, like, he's either going to be the backup point guard, or he might trump and be the starting point guard if his offense, gets there.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I've seen small strides, though. I will say, from FIBA Frank to the NBA Frank, I've seen the handle is so much better.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Especially during pressure. I seen this guy bring up the ball and just pick it up after one dribble when he get pressured, or turn the ball over. Now he's dribbling the ball, he's fighting you off with the off arm, he's driving, he's stopping, he's changing directions. I definitely like how he's handling the ball under pressure. The mid-range from FIBA looks a lot better as well. I like that. I'm hoping that carries over. The 3-point shooting, is still a little shaky. I think he only shot 32% from three from FIBA. Not sure what he shot in the NBA preseason so far, but the 3-point shooting is still a little bit shaky for me. Hopefully he can kind of pick that up.
Yeah.
I will say this: when he's missing shots, he's still shooting.
Of course, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like during preseason, like I've seen him put up shots. Like it's not one of those situations where it's like he missed 1 or 2 shots and he's like, nah, I'm not gonna shoot no more.
Yeah. He's staying. He's aggressiveness is getting there, but he still needs to do a little bit more work for Frank and FIBA Frank, and even Dennis Smith Jr. Man, I was waiting for Dennis Smith to kind of break out. We saw him in the all season. He had his shirt off, man. He was dunking. He was hitting jumpers, all with the black ops, the step back, and da. None of that happened in preseason.
I just need Dennis Smith Jr. to have more confidence in his jumper. Just sometimes take the jumper. Like I know because you practice jumper in the off season, so that means that he must have gotten better shooting the ball.
Right.
So, sometimes take the jumper because. Especially if he's going to be paired in the backcourt with RJ Barrett.
Yes.
It's like, if he can just shoot the ball sometimes, it's going to open up lanes. Not just for him driving to the basket because defenders will be less likely to back off of him. But at the same time, it's like going to open lanes for RJ Barrett because if they have to respect your jump shot, they can't cheat in the lane.
Exactly. They can't cheat. And it just opens up. It's really the key.
Yeah.
It's really the key to the Knicks' success this season. The key to me to the Knicks' success this season is a one guard getting a jump shot.
Word.
Just one.
Yeah, just one.
Just one guard getting a jump shot. I feel like right now we 30 wins-ish. If one guard gets a jump shot,
that's going to open up so much.
I feel like that's 42. I feel like there's 42 wins. Is that gonna happen?
At the moment, I don't know.
I don't know. Because we got RJ here who can make plays. And I see DSJ's out here pushing the ball well.
Yeah.
He looked very bad the first game back. He looked like he was still hurt. But that second half of that Pelicans game, the defense was so much better.
Yep.
He was rotating. He almost looked a little Frankish out there with the rotation. He's getting beat, but still staying with the play and poking the ball away from behind. He was active. So it's there. I just need you to hit that Jimmy. That's it.
Just hit the jumper. That's all.
Just hit that Jimmy and we're off to the races.
Yep.
You know what? We talked a while. Let's go into something else. Let's go into our kind of preseason overview. So Ryan, I got a question for you. So tell me, what are like 3 things that you feel like went well for us this preseason?
3 things that went well? The 3 things that went well is RJ Barrett's performance.
Yeah.
He's showing us that he's probably going to adapt well to the NBA game so far. Nothing that went well is you know what? I know things that didn't go well more than things that went well. To be honest about it.
Damn, Ryan, you can't be positive for once.
I mean, because I feel like there's more work to do. That's the thing. Like, like it's hard for me at the moment to really get 3 positives.
Okay.
Like the negatives, maybe that's because me as a Knicks fan, like I just want to see the Knicks get better.
You're tortured. You're a tortured Knicks fan. You can't think of
so it's like I don't know. Maybe
you want to name RJ Barrett twice?
So my good right now is just RJ Barrett just showing that he's gonna be able to adapt to the NBA game.
Right.
That's my good right now. Okay, let me see. Let me try to pull out two more good things. Try my best. Another good thing is
you can do it, Ryan. You can do it.
The Knicks look better on offense compared to last season.
All right. I think you pulled that out of there. Do you believe that?
I mean, the ball movement is stagnant at times.
Yeah. Okay, that's another negative. You know what, Ryan? Name 3 bad things that happened.
Okay. This is much easier for me. Okay. One of the bad things I worry about is the rebounding, because the Knicks are not a great shooting team. So if the Knicks are bad at rebounding, that means on offense they're more likely going to be one and done. On defense, that means the other team's going to have second chances, third chances.
Right.
So that kind of worries me a bit, the Knicks not being a great rebounding team. Another
Have they been out rebounded so far?
Yeah, by most opponents. Yeah, so that kind of worries me a bit.
It's also concerning because we have Mitchell Robinson been a pretty good rebound last season. We have Julius Randle is a good rebounder as well. You would think that's something.
Taj Gibson's also a pretty good rebounder.
Yeah.
So it's kind of shocking to me that the Knicks are being out rebounded like that.
Yeah, hopefully we can pick that up.
Yeah. Another negative I see is just the shooting from the backcourt, because like we mentioned earlier with R.J. Barrett, Dennis Smith Jr., Frank Ntilikina, Elfrid Payton, I feel like that's going to clog up the lane a lot of times with two of those guys on the court at the same time, because I feel like teams are going to be like, you know what, since these guys are better slashers than shooters, let's just clog the paint and just force them to shoot jumpers.
Right.
Then if you compound it with the fact that they're not rebounding the ball well, it's not
it's
not great.
Nah, yeah. We definitely gonna need more shooting. We have to figure that out, and I don't know if it's gonna be we're gonna have to start some guys that we feel like shouldn't be starting, or dig into our shooting guys. We definitely need more shooting. Somebody's either gonna get better, or we're just gonna have to play Wayne Ellington 35 minutes. With ISO, because ISO can shoot, damn it.
Yeah, ISO can shoot. Damian Dawson can shoot too.
Hell yeah, she.
So I mean, going free dot?
Free dot, goddamn. Free dot, man.
Word. And my third thing is, Fizz, I know you like your point forwards, but we don't really have any point forwards on this team. So I know you want to try something new, but just leave the ball in our guards' hands, please. Let the guards run the offense, okay? Let the guards do it. Exactly. Let the guards do it, all right?
You know what? I'm going to say this. I agree with you, and I disagree with you at the same time.
All right.
I do feel like Randle, he has a chance to, he's a decent passer, so he can. I do feel like he's overdoing it. So I do wish that the offense would kind of diversify a little bit in general. So I see what you're saying, but I actually do believe that, the point guard should kind of run more offense. You know what? I'll lead this into my 3 bad things I do not like about the preseason so far. Number 1, the offense. You know what? I kind of feel like the offense isn't existing yet. We're doing a lot of the same things we did last year. A lot of dribble handoffs. Not of unimaginative offense. We're not screening off the ball a lot. Last game I counted, we literally set 2 screens off the ball all game last season. Not last season, last game. And both times when we screened off the ball, good things happened. So I would like the coach to kind of implement more offensive sets in general. I would also like to have the coach have the guards play more pick and roll in general. Because in the beginning of the season, still the beginning of the season, I'm sorry. A few weeks ago, Fizz talked about stealing plays from the French team and from Colette. He said, I really liked what these guys are doing. I liked some of the offenses. Looks really good. I'm going to steal that and implement that into the Knicks team. So I'm hoping that he's not lying. I'm hoping that, he's just working on defense now and he's going to implement more offense, but I really wish I'd seen a little bit more of that. Especially because, Frank and Elfrid Payton kind of thrive in pick and roll. So why wouldn't you have the guards thrive in pick and roll? We saw what Frank did with Rudy Gobert when he was with Frank. So have Frank run more pick and roll. He was successful at it.
Yeah.
Especially with Knicks, because Mitch and Gobert are kind of saying they're the same person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
So overall, I would just like the offense to look better in general. Number 2. Mitch, man, Mitch in general, I don't know what happening right now. It looks like he took a step back. I read something that said he had like the lowest defensive rate, the second lowest defensive rating on the team.
Damn.
And for a guy who's a shot blocker, he was a defensive anchor last season. It's kind of alarming. He got into a lot of foul trouble early. And I wish that he would kind of shore that up. And the last game he did a lot better, maybe because Fizz pushed his buttons. He had Bobby Portis start one of those games and lit a fire under Mitch's ass.
Yeah.
But I want Mitch to take that next step. Not only that, where's the jumper, dog? Like, you supposed to be a sniper all season. I'm posted on my IG of Mitch hitting 3-pointers, step backs. He's talking to reporters, talking about why I'm practicing him. I'm sure I can shoot him. Why I'm gonna practice him? I'm not gonna shoot him. You haven't shot anything. I think he shot one jump shot this whole preseason.
Now it's a matter of, is it the coaching staff? Like, are they telling him not to take many jumpers, or is that Mitch not having confidence in his jumper yet?
I don't know. Could be either or. But I just need more of that.
Yeah.
I definitely need more of that. 3. The rotations right now. Damn, I feel like 2 of them is on the coach. 2 of them has on the coach. Like, ISO didn't play for 2 games. And I understand there's a lot of shooting guards and not everybody's gonna be able to play. But when RJ Barrett is giving you 39 minutes a game in preseason, it makes me think, all right, you're kind of mismanaging minutes a little bit. Like, there's guys like Dotson who hasn't got burned yet as well. And you're shooting Frank a whole game. Diversify the minutes a little bit. I understand if you're giving RJ Barrett 39 minutes for a game or 2, but the entire preseason, I think, might be a little bit much. I want to see what other guys have. And I think that's my 3 biggest things. And I could actually add a 4th. The ball movement, man. The ball movement has to get better. And I'm not going to go to whole soliloquy because we kind of mentioned it already about with the ball movement with Marcus Morris and
True that.
Even ISO Zoe and Julius Randle. But the ball movement has to get better. And you know what? This might be a time to play some of these voicemails. Shout out to everybody who watches the Nick of Time show, who calls in to the Nick of Time show, who supports the Nick of Time show. These guys have kind of had the same sentiment I have, but they want to talk about the coach as well. Let's see. Well, they don't have the same sentiment exactly, but I will say this. They hear the chatter because the fans, they're not feeling Fizz right now. And a lot of them have him on the hot seat early in preseason. But let me just say, it's preseason, guys. It's preseason. Fire Fizz chance this early, a little bit premature.
Yes, it's kind of OD.
A little bit OD. Just a tap. Just a tap. I think we should slow it down. And Frank, I think this guy Frank, he has to be a Frank fan, right? This guy Frank, he kind of gives me the same sentiment. So shout out to Frank. Here you go, Frank. Thanks for calling in.
Frank Woodser from Brooklyn, New York.
What up, Frank?
I think Coach Fizz is a good coach. I don't think he's the right coach for this team. think they need a strong leadership, heavy hand. Stop asking for opinions and feedback and start telling them what they need to do and where they need to be. Draw up some plays for them.
Draw some plays, Danny.
Barrett's going to be a beast. You can
yeah.
see it in preseason. The kid's making all the right moves. He has a no-fear attitude. I think Knox is going to really suffer. So will Mitch without a coach that has direction. And ISO Zoe, he's going to get his. He's going to do his thing. He's going to be the bright star. He doesn't need any guidance or anything from anybody. So this team can go places. They need a different coach. I hope the season turns out better than the last couple, but we'll see.
All right. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, thank you, Frank. Yo, shout out to Frank, man. Thanks for calling in. And that's a lot of the fan sentiments, man. Like, they're tired of Fizz already. And I get it because a lot of my top 3 things that I didn't like involved coaching.
Those rotations need to improve.
Yeah. Hopefully Fizz gets it together, though. But I also have another Nick of Time listener. Darren. Darren is actually someone I know. He goes on for a long time, so I'm gonna cut it a little bit short. Thanks for calling in, Darren.
Yes, thank you.
And he wants to talk about Fizz too. He wants to talk about how you should not give up on Fizz. Not just yet. Not in
This is Darren from Knicks at Night TV. What's going on, J.Ellis? It's your boy Darren.
What up, man?
I just wanted to talk about Coach Fizdale first of all, because I'm seeing and hearing that a lot of people are getting on Coach Fizdale and talking about his offensive sets, and some people actually want him to be fired already. Like, I laugh at that. Like, how can you want the coach to be fired already? I honestly think you have to give the guy a chance. This is the first team he's had with as much talent as he has on the roster. And secondly, you can't just fire the coach because that shows a lack of stability in your organization. The New York Knicks right now is on shaky ground because, as you know, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, they didn't want to come to the Knicks. A lot of big-time free agents wasn't even thinking about the Knicks, and I think it has to do with stability. If you just go in and year out firing your coach, it shows that, where is the pecking order? Who do I have to look forward to coming to and knowing they're going to be there for years and years and help me develop my game?
That's fact.
If they always firing the coach, So I believe that Coach Fizdale needs to get a chance, and I think it's not even fair what the fans are saying about firing him because they don't see the offense sets that he's running. But honestly, he had an interview after the game the other day, and he said that the ball is not moving like he wants it to move, and it's sticking, and guys are not passing the ball.
Yeah.
And they're afraid to make turnovers. So with that being said, right now I don't think it's his fault. I think he has offensive sets, but he's saying that the players are not running the sets.
All right, I'm gonna stop it there. I think it's a good place to stop it.
Yes, sir.
Thoughts on his comments?
I think he's right. Like, when you hire a coach and you're just going to fire him after just one season, it does show a lack of stability within the organization, especially the Knicks at the moment, because how many coaches we've had within like the last 5-6 seasons? Like, it's like we're changing coaches every year.
Yeah,
almost.
It's a revolving door of coaches, man.
So I agree with him on that standpoint, and also, I do agree with him with the whole. Matter of fact, that's what I agree with him the most on. Like, I just feel like even though the coaching situation, the rotations might be a bit off right now, you can't just fire Coach Fizdale just off the strength of that in the preseason. Like, yeah, you have to at least allow the season to start and see how the rotations are during the season and what he does before you come to a conclusion like, yeah, you got to go.
Nah, I completely agree with you. And you know what? I also want to talk about something that might be a little bit under the radar. Mike Miller. Media Day, they were talking about how Mike Miller, is part of the coaching staff right now. And for those of you who don't know, Mike Miller, he was the coach for the New York Knicks G League squad, right? Now, while he was in Westchester, he was named the G League Coach of the Year. And also they finished with a 32-18 record.
Nice.
They also had like one of the best defenses in the squad, right? So just read a little excerpt. Miller is a defensive-oriented coach. Put some high-level teams in the G League. Westchester ranked number 1 in opponent field goal percentage at 42.5%. Number 2 in opponents' points per game at 105, and number 2 in defensive rating.
Oh.
Yeah. So he also number 3 in opponents' fast break points. Now, if you was watching preseason, we gave up a lot of points in fast breaks. Our fast break defense is probably the worst out of everything.
Yeah, trash.
Besides the 3-point defense, was the fast break defense. And you know what? It's something it's something that Fizdale said during that press conference that made me hope. Because he said he wants Miller to think like a head coach. And Miller offensively and defensively has had an impact on that G League team and organizing those G League teams and implementing a system in those G League teams. And I feel like if given the chance, the same thing can happen here. And evidence of that is, the G League, as you know, had a lot of call-ups. The Knicks in particular had a lot of call-ups. I think we had 9 people called up. And they came in here and they played seamlessly and they played well. Also, what's impressive is as those players were leaving G League and coming to the Knicks, the G League never lost steam. They were still number 1. They were still beating people down. It's because they had systems in place. No matter who was in the game at that time, no matter who was rotated in and out, they had a system to go and beat other teams. And I feel like if Mike Miller is inserted well enough for this Knicks squad, then I'm hoping that some of that can rub off from Fizz and the Knicks can kind of get some continuity on the offensive and defensive end.
Yeah.
So, please, Fizz. Please, stay to your word. Have him be implemented as a coach aide, and let's see what happens and see if, we can bring something nice to New York, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. You know what? I'll do my top 3 things that I like.
All right.
Or I see promising.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Number 1 has to be RJ Barrett. Of course, I feel like RJ Barrett will be the man on this team in a year. I feel like by the end of the year, he will be a leader for this team. And I think it will be a legit 1-2 punch where it will be RJ Barrett and Randle. Like, to be a successful NBA team, you kind of need wings and shooting guards.
Yeah.
A wing or a shooting guard to kind of handle the ball and make plays, and I feel like RJ can actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
And when end of game situations happen, if we have a guy who we know can handle the ball and make plays, I think things would be a lot easier. As you can see with the Atlanta game, where Julius Randle ended up dribbling off his foot the last second, or taking a 3 in a corner with the game on the line, where all we needed was a 1 point, a 2. I mean, like it was a little disjointed. I feel like if RJ steps up and is a ball handler, certain things like that won't happen as much.
Yeah.
Take some of that load off for Julius Randle. But I'm happy. I feel like RJ is gonna be the future. He's gonna be the guy who's gonna attract other people here, and he'll be the leader. He'll be the leader of this team. Number 2, even though he's not talked about a lot so far, Kevin Knox. I like what Kevin Knox is doing, even though he's not shooting in high volume so far.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the little things he's doing. He's making quicker decisions. The 3-point stroke still looks good, and I'm hoping he takes a step. Like, he didn't super go over the moon impressive this preseason, but I just noticed little things in his development.
Yeah.
That I like. And I'm gonna give the new recruits Randle and Morris some props too, because those guys had a solid preseason despite the Knicks record. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Randle is going to be a leader for the squad that we need. I have no doubt that he's going to improve. He's improved every year in his career. So why not improve this year?
Yeah.
And Marcus Morris just gives us that toughness, you know, the toughest that we're missing. Between him and Portis, I don't think no one's going to be messing with these Knicks here, man. I don't.
Nah, man.
I'm expecting Julius Randle to average more assists this season, to be able to grow, to be able to recognize double teams, and actually kick things out when needed, and to carry this team. So those are my 3 things, man. I did it.
You did. Yes, you did. You did it.
That's right.
I don't know. Maybe if the Knicks have a good start to the season, maybe I'll have 3 things as well next.
All right, there we go. I hope so, man. I definitely hope so. All right, man. Now it's time for the part of the show that we love.
Yeah, everybody's favorite segment.
Yes. The Ooh Picks. Ooh Picks, as you know, are the top plays that we loved. The top plays of the season. Or not even the season, the games. Of the week.
The games, the week.
It's show one. We haven't done this in a month,
Yeah.
man. Yo, it's gonna come back. It's gonna be flowing. Trust me.
Exactly. But yeah, best plays for the week.
The best plays of the week. All we do is describe them, talk about them, and let you know what happened and why we like them.
Yeah.
So, shoot, do I even remember my Ooh Picks? Man, there's a lot that happened.
I remember 2. Yeah, I got 2 Ooh Picks.
Okay.
So the first Ooh Pick is against the Pelicans.
All right.
Where Julius Randle had the ball in the post.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was posting up Jalil Okafor. Was backing him up.
Mm-hmm.
And then RJ Barrett was on the wing. He saw his defender turn his head.
Oh, that was mine. You
my fault.
dirty.
My fault.
Damn.
But RJ Barrett took advantage of his defender turning his head.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to the rim.
Yeah.
Randle saw him, fed him with the pass, and RJ Barrett just banged it home.
Boom shakalaka!
Got him.
Yes, sir.
Not like that. And that's one of those things, like, it wasn't a little no-look pass from Randle.
Yeah.
As RJ was cutting, it was nice. And that's the basketball IQ of RJ, man. Because his defender had his back towards him. So, of course, if your defender has your back towards you, man, you got to move. And he moves to open space for the easy dunk, man.
Yeah, so that was a nice play by Randle and nice recognition by RJ Barrett to cut to the rim.
Mm-hmm.
My second Ooh Pick is the same game.
Okay.
Money Making Mitch.
Oh!
Money, make it Mitch.
Jalil Okafor tried to beast in the lane.
Mm.
Mitch wasn't having none of it.
None of that there, boy.
So Mitch sent it back.
Rejected!
And that started a fast break.
Yep.
Ball was passed to Dennis Smith Jr.
Out.
Dennis Smith Jr. was driving the ball.
Mm-hmm.
On the fast break, he saw Wade Ellington spot up in the corner for 3.
Oh, snipers.
So Dennis Smith Jr. passed it off. Wade Ellington put up the shot. Nothing but net.
There we go. Hit the ooh too prematurely. Sorry.
Yeah. And that is my 2 Ooh Picks right there.
Ah, man. All right. Since you stole the one I really wanted. Okay. I got one. So this one involves some of the young guys there, boy. Number 1, Kevin Knox. And also my guy,
Money, make it Mitch.
Okay.
Connected. So Money Making Mitch is on the right side of the court. He sets a screen. But instead of setting the full screen, he kind of slips the screen. And Knox recognizes that Mitch slips the screen, there's a quick pass to Mitchell Robinson diving to the hoop, who dunks it.
Boom shakalaka!
Immediately. Very 1-2 bomb. Quick recognition from Knox.
Yes.
Quick dunk to Mitch Robinson for the easy 2 points. My second Ooh Pick. I'm braving it to Left, right, yeah. Now this is a story. Yeah, French, man. FIBA Frank came over here, man. And I think he was playing in the Atlanta Hawks, and I think he thought that was Kemba Walker, but it wasn't. It was actually Trey Young. Game was in the balance. It was a tight game. Trey was kind of torching the point guards all game long, but Frank was like, nah, bruh.
Nope.
I'm not having that. Frank with his, it was a 7-foot wingspan?
Yeah, about 7-foot wingspan, yeah.
Yeah. Sees my man Trey Young coming down the lane. Trey tries to get the ball up on the layup, but then
Rejected!
Frank blocks it with his right hand while avoiding the contact for the clean block.
Oh!
Yeah. Julius Randle proceeds to come over and celebrates and chest bumps Frank in the chest. Shout out to my guy. Frank over here getting these blocks in.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. I know I'm going to leave it at that.
Alright.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Alright, keep it light.
Yeah, keeping it light. I usually have 5 ooh picks
Yeah.
or so, but man, I'm keeping it light today.
Alright.
And you know what? Now that part of the show was over. Oh wait, no.
One
No.
more
No.
pick? One more pick?
No. Oh. I'm bruh. Give myself a bruh. I almost forgot. Last ooh goes to a bully. He's not from Brooklyn, but he's still a bully. And it's not even really a basketball play for se.
Oh, man.
But I just like Marcus Morris is not taking those. He's not taking no shit at all, man. Jason Anderson for the Wizards is trying to play my mans at the beginning of the third quarter, playing up on him, hounding him. I don't know what he said, but Marcus didn't like it. So Marcus proceeds to throw an elbow. Whoosh. Barely grazes him. Sissy. Why you mad? They ain't touched you. And Jason looks around like, oh, what happened? Oh my gosh, you don't tell me. Oh no. But then, right after that, Marcus Morris hits him in the head with the top of the ball. Bang!
Oh! And then what made it more disrespectful is the fact that after he hit him on the head with the ball, he then pushed the ball aside and it went up in his face and started talking trash whenever it was he was talking to him.
Exactly, because he wanted all the smoke. That's not what I meant to. That's what I meant to him. Right. So I know it's not really a play, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Because I enjoyed it, even though he got ejected.
Yeah.
Oh, still get one of those.
It's preseason. He can afford it then.
Yeah, he can afford to do it. We ain't taking that, man. We ain't taking no shit. All right. Yo, is that the end?
Bruh picks.
Oh, wait a minute. Bruh. Another bruh for me.
Yeah.
It is time for the bruh picks. The bruh picks are the plays that we did not like, the plays that are funny, the plays that are comical. And sometimes they're not even basketball plays. Sometimes they're just stupid stuff that happens in the world.
Word.
That's it. And bruh man from the Fifth Flow, Ryan G, you got something for us, man?
Yeah, I got some bruh picks this week.
Okay, let it go.
First bruh pick goes to Dion Waiters.
Bruh. Wait a minute.
I don't know if you heard.
Nah, I haven't.
But
I love when he starts off. I don't know if you heard, by the way. Go ahead.
But he got suspended by the Heat. First game of the season. So, Dion Waiters is upset because he's like, you know what? I don't know why I got suspended, for conduct detrimental to the team. He showed that conduct that was detrimental on social media.
Oh, Lord.
Because there was a post that somebody posted something. I think it was one of the Heat pages. In relation to Dion Waiters. And he was responding to somebody's comment in the comment section.
What'd he say?
And Dion Waiters basically threw a shot at Eric Spoelstra.
Oh, on social media.
So saying that, saying that if I had Braun, Wade, and Bosh, I'd win too.
Wow.
RJ.
My bad. Oh my god. Yo. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry. I don't. I can't believe you said that.
You said
He didn't think
that.
I was gonna find out. Like, what are you?
And then on top of that, somebody else posted a comment saying that the rookie over there, Tyler Hero, is already better than him, and then he just posted LOL under the comment.
I mean,
Tyler Hero's been balling, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. Give it a month. That might be true.
Yeah.
that might be true.
Word. So that's the first bro pick right there.
That's a well-deserved one.
Second bro pick goes to whose mans is this legend on the show, Andre Drummond.
Whose mans is this? Andre Drummond again? Oh God. What Drummond do now?
As you know, he got a whose mans is this earlier this year when he came out with that hit song.
Oh, hit song. Oh
Yeah.
Lord. Loosely.
Yeah.
Use that term loosely.
Exactly.
Hit.
Loosely.
Lord.
So, you know, my man, Andre Drummond, I don't know. Maybe the coaching staff is telling him to shoot more threes. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's feeling himself a bit too much. I don't know. But this preseason,
Put him up.
early in this game,
Yeah, sound like it.
you know, he spotted up at the 3-point line. You know, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna let it rain.
Oh Lord.
He threw up the three. It's nothing but backboard.
Ah. He tried.
Man. He tried, but
I mean, modern NBA, man. Big men gotta shoot threes, man. I felt like he's feeling the pressure.
yeah, but my man shot it from Steph Curry range though. Like he was like a few feet behind that 3-point line and put it up.
I mean, maybe he just went to the Steph Curry summer camp.
I guess so.
Maybe he felt he was training.
It wasn't even a heat check. It was like early in the game. He just put it up.
It's a bro for you, dog. Sorry.
Yes, sir. I had a third bro pick, but I cannot think of it right now, so I'm probably gonna have to end it there.
Nah, he was on a roll, bro, man, for the fifth floor.
I know, man. There's a third bro pick somewhere, but I just can't recall it at the moment. Watch it come back to me when the show's over.
Watch it. You better call. You gonna edit that in.
Word.
Yo, it's funny. 'Cause I feel like I have one too, but I can't remember it either.
Yeah, not at the moment.
All right, I'm gonna let that go. It was funny because when the summer came, I had like 30 stored up in my brain.
Yeah.
And now we're here, and it's nothing here now. It's all gone.
Word.
All gone. Whatever. I get. All right. You know what? We're gonna end it there then. And if we do that,
Oh, wait. One more.
Ah, all right.
It just came back to me right now.
All right, cool.
KD.
I didn't want to mention his name. Go ahead.
So, KD, I think if he won a Hot 97 to talk about, you know, the Knicks.
Of course.
Saying how, you know, the younger generation coming up, they know the Knicks as losers because, you know, the Knicks have been losing a lot. They've never seen the Knicks in the finals and things like that, which is true. I'll give him that.
Is Julius Randle young?
Well, yeah, he's young.
Oh, is RJ Barrett young?
He's young too.
Okay, I'm just checking. All right.
Yeah. Elfrid Payton's still young.
Oh, yeah, he's young too.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, Knicks were able to sign some young players, despite what KD said.
Okay, I'm just checking. All right.
Yeah, but basically, KD said the Knicks are not cool. And
are the Nets cool? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. This is your thing. My bad.
Yeah, but my whole thing is that, okay, you said the Knicks is not cool, but you weren't thinking that early in the season when you were actually considering going to the Knicks in the offseason.
This is what we call saving face, Ryan. He had to see. You know what, too? When he said it, I knew it was Cap.
Yeah.
I knew he was not Cap. Okay, I was told by shout out to Alex that sometimes you say slang, he doesn't know what it means when you're joking.
Okay, you explain to what Cap means.
Cap means a lie.
Yeah, and then basically when someone says no cap, that means not lying.
Right. So I knew it was cap when he said it because, like, we said this here on this show. We felt like if the injury didn't happen and he was the front runner of the guy who had to recruit everybody else, that he would have been a Knick. And that we said that on the show. And then when he got the Achilles injury, we felt like everything changed.
Yep.
And I'm glad Jalen Rose said something, man, because it's a little bit of vindication that we wasn't crazy.
Exactly.
We wasn't crazy. So you know what? Oh, for Jalen Rose, because that story came out because Jalen Rose was interviewed by Ian Begley at a Puma event, and he released that information that KD did want to come to the Knicks, and he was even offering to recruit, but he changed his mind.
Yeah.
But go ahead. We know what it is though. You had to save face. You had to say I love Brooklyn. You had to do the song and dance because you didn't want them to feel bad.
Exactly.
It's like oh yeah. It's like he got with his girl and he has a girl that's a friend, but he didn't want to let him know that they used to be together, so he lies.
Exactly.
Oh no, that was my childhood friend. That's my cousin.
Yeah. So
Nix wasn't your cousin.
Exactly. So Nets fans, y'all still second tier. I'm sorry. Y'all
preseason's still empty.
Yeah.
I'm just. I mean, are you shocked that their preseason?
Not really.
I'm not shocked. I'm not.
Nah.
But yeah, bro, to you, Kevin Durant.
Bruh.
Even though they asked him and you knew it was asked him and he answered the question, it's fine, but still.
Yeah, I mean, cool. I feel like he would have been okay if he just ended it at, a lot of young guys coming up are, they haven't seen the Knicks be a good team. If he just left it at that, I would have been like, okay, because it's facts. Because the Knicks haven't really been good since like 2001 or 2, one of those years. Knicks haven't really been strong. But I'm like, when he started to go into depth about that's why young players don't want to sign here and the Knicks are not cool in today's NBA compared to other teams. It's like, yeah, other teams are better than us, but the Knicks are still a pretty reasonable brand where if the Knicks actually had a good squad, players would be running here. So, I mean...
Oh, trust and believe. I feel like it's going to be a matter of time.
Yeah.
That's all. It's just a matter of time until we be able to turn the ship around, man.
Word.
And Ninja P we trust. Ninja P shirts coming soon.
Yes.
Trust me. Oh, RJ Barrett. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah. You gotta show them the shirt.
Hold on.
You gotta show them the shirt.
Hold on a second. I just destroyed this mic. But that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. RJ Barrett merch is available. Trust and believe. You gotta get that RJ merch. It's in the nickertimeshow.com/catalog. Link will be in the description on YouTube. If you don't follow, I don't even know if you can hear me because the mic is over here. If you don't follow us on YouTube, you dumb. You should be following us on YouTube. All right. So here we go. One more time. Chris said one more time. So I'm gonna say one more time. Go to the nickertimeshow.com/catalog. Get this RJ Barrett tee right here.
We'll move the locks a bit.
Move the locks.
Move the locks,
okay.
yeah, so they can see the design, yeah.
We got you here. It's in stores right now. Get that right now. At the nickertimeshow.com/catalog. Cop your RJ Barrett tee. Support Nick Time Show and look fresh while you're doing it.
Yes, sir.
Come on, bruh. And guess what? I got Ninja P shirts too.
Coming soon.
Ninja P shirts are here.
Oh, they're here. Oh, my fault.
Oh, they're here.
Okay.
Oh, they're here.
Okay.
They're definitely here. I'm just saying. Where else are you gonna get a Ninja P shirt? Ninja P is Scott Perry. If you didn't know, I call him Ninja P because he traded Kristaps Porzingis to Snake in the dead of the night when no one was looking, like a ninja. No one saw it coming.
Word.
Gone. Ninja P. If you like Naruto, you might like the shirt. I'm just saying. All right, and that is our show. You can find us on social medias. You can find us at The Nick of Time Show on Instagram, The Nick of Time Show on Facebook, and The KOT Show on Twitter. You can also find us on SoundCloud.com/Nick of Time Show. You can also find us on Dash Radio. What up, Dash Radio?
Mm-hmm.
You can also find us on Spotify. I think we're on iHeart right now too.
Yeah, the YouTube channel, youtube.com/NickaTimeShow.
The Nick of Time Show. Don't forget the damn it. Don't
Yes.
do that. Don't ever do that. And we're on Stitcher as well. Trust and believe. We did it too. If you want to check us out, please like, subscribe, comment, leave good comments. And you know what?
I mean, we'll accept the bad ones too, you know.
I mean, yeah, be truthful.
Yeah.
But it helps us out. Hey, all these ad people, you can advertise on YouTube. Your ads will be right here.
Yup.
We still in talk to some ad people.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up? If you come through, if you want to advertise with us, let us know. Hit us up at the Nick of Time Podcast at gmail.com. I will reply to you and give you the rates and the numbers and all that stuff. And that is all, man.
Yes, sir.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Sir G is chillin'.
Sir G is chillin'.
That's SIRG is CHILLIN. You know, it's been rough for me lately, but I hope to get on the writing grind soon. So be on the lookout this season. Sooner or later, an article's going to be up on the site.
Yeah, man. And shout out to Jeff Stevens, man, who's been writing articles for us. And shout out to Sam Hiller as well, who's been writing for us, too. If you're a writer and you dope, come write for us. Might be even some guap for you, depending on what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
every now and again. I can't promise you everything, but, you know, ads are starting to come in a little bit. So there could be some guap for you as well. So look out for that. If you're a writer, hit us up. All right?
Yeah.
That is our show. We are the Nick of Time Show. First one in the books. We did it, Young King.
Yes, sir.
We are out of here.
Peace.
Peace and love out to where you from. But